Hello everyone. Today we're going to start a new case study, which is the WannaCry ransomware in 2017. This is going to be a short case study. So some standard disclaimers. I'm not going to read it again. Okay, please take a look. So this case study was adapted from the WannaCry ransomware in 2017. Okay. Information was taken from public source and modified for educational purposes. Okay, and I list some additional resources. You can take a look at the end of this PowerPoint. So some basic information about the WannaCry ransomware, and the malware was released on May 12, 2017, and infected over 200,000 machines and spread across over 150 countries. And this software malware actually using several vulnerabilities or exploits. Some of them are EternalBlue, which is probably one of the most commonly known one, and the DoublePulsar, that's another one. Okay. So what happened is this WannaCry will encrypt all the user files with this file extension, and it will also change the background of your computer and force a pop-up window on the screen, just to remind you to pay for it. So who are the people infected? Like Boeing, Honda, especially National Health Services of England. Okay. They are one of the hit most. Okay, so they have the worst infection. Over 70,000 devices was infected, and they have to deny non-critical patients and forced to reroute incoming ambulance from their location. So that's what happens in the British health system. So how the attack affect the NHS? Since the attack, NHS create a cyber handbook, create a cybersecurity program to assess infrastructures. A total of £170 million was allocated to assess and upgrade infrastructure. And they have a digital data security helpline. Okay, so from this science, this is actually a good thing to just sending a signal to invest more on cybersecurity. Okay, how it was stopped is actually an interesting thing. So they have a kill switch was funded on accident. Users by the name of malware tech register domain name and prevent additional 100,000 possible infections. So basically, what happened is this malware periodically track one of specific domain. And that domain was actually because the security expert actually hijacked the traffic and they find out that domain name, so they register that domain name. So that just basically what this means is the WannaCry author is actually using a very simple scheme as a kill switch. Okay. So what happened to the ransom money? And initially they collect 140,000 and set in the wallet for approximately 3 months, and 6 transactions occurs, and later on it become untraceable. So you can see they didn't get a lot of money, and the reason why is because there's some mistake in their code, so they actually didn't get the money. So as you can see, this and the previous slide, those are some bugs in the malware. So the author is actually not a very experienced person. They make a number of some kind of entry-level mistakes. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about EternalBlue. That's the software explorer they use. So this is actually interesting enough. This is a software explorer developed by NSA. Okay. And based on Microsoft Samba protocol. Okay, so what happened is in 2016, 17, and NSA, their cyber weapon warehouse was actually hacked by a group of hackers called the shadow brokers, and the shadow brokers eventually released that those software patches, cyber weapons in 2017. Okay, and the software patches was released by Microsoft to fix those Samba vulnerabilities. Okay, basically these vulnerabilities allow remote connection and data transfer through Samba services. And if you want to take a look at more information about this EternalBlue, you can go to this link. Okay, so I bring up the website, which is the ExploreDB, and if you just search for the keyword EternalBlue, it will actually show you a few entries. So just click one of those entries. It actually gives you more information. Like this is Microsoft Windows 7, EternalBlue Samba remote code execution, and the CVE number here, and they actually shows you some sample code which you can use to explore that vulnerability. Okay, so that makes hackers' life much easier. Okay, so this is just some information about this vulnerability. So what happened is the patches was released. However, as I said in other lectures, people don't update their software system in a timely manner, and that causing the issue. Okay, so actually before the WannaCry, many companies, they just didn't upgrade their system. Okay, I mean in a timely manner. The other vulnerability is called DoublePulsar. It's also developed by the NSA, was released the same thing, and allow people to remotely install program on local machines. So you can see using EternalBlue, you can hack into Windows 7 machine. Using DoublePulsar, you'll be able to install malware. And if you combine these two together, and this will allows you to hack a machine, install something, then continue to search for other machines which are vulnerable, and you're doing the same process again, you can infect more and more machines. Okay, for the DoublePulsar is live in the RAM and gone after reboot. So the kill command will close the door but won't remove the malware itself. So here again are the explore information. You can just take a look yourself. Okay, so how they are utilized in the WannaCry. The EternalBlue create connection from the system to system, then deliver the DoublePulsar. The DoublePulsar deliver the WannaCry malware or ransomware and execute it locally on a user machine. Then these two will combine together in the WannaCry to spread malware from host to host. Okay, so basically, once one machine was infected, it will automatically scan other machine on the network, and if they found a vulnerable one, they will just repeat this process and infect another machine, and then infect another machine. Okay. Here we have a lab allows you to use EternalBlue in the Metasploit to hack the Windows 7 machine. So if you actually get a chance to take a look at the Lab 11 Metasploit lab, okay, you just go ahead and follow this lab, and at the end of I think section 3 here, and the section 3, you can hack into the Windows 7 using the Samba vulnerability. And basically what you do is using EternalBlue exploit. Okay, so you just follow the instruction. It's actually a very, very simple process. And you be stunned how easy it is to actually hack into Windows 7. Okay, again, I'm not going to go through the detail here. Okay, you can just follow the instruction, and it should be a very simple process. Okay, so you can see the WannaCry, they can self-propagate itself. Okay, so they actually using a random method to propagate over the local area network. So like Wireshark capture the traffic between the infected and clean machines. So it just keeps sending signal to other machines, see who they can infect. Okay, so according to some information, it will track the DNS on the server. If a local DNS server is discovered, okay, and it will target at that, and internal and external propagation can happen simultaneously. So program infect internet will continue to search for gateway IP and leave the network. So you can see what make this ransomware unique is it utilizes a few vulnerabilities, and it can propagate itself both inside the network and outside network. Okay, that propagation part's very similar to virus. Okay, that makes this WannaCry to be very spread very fast. Okay, so mitigation techniques, you have to patch your system. As long as you patch your Windows system, you should be okay. Okay, so that's the number one thing you can do: patch your operating system. There's a patch on the Microsoft side. Okay, or you can just disable the sandbox services. Okay, easier for smaller company, or you can just block the port. Okay, so it's actually a very simple way to block it. Okay, also you can train your employees. You don't want to open suspicious email, or you don't want to download some suspicious attachment, because initially how this gets spread is basically just using email phishing and disguise itself as attachment. Okay, some kind of a whitelist or blacklist can also help. So for example, what are the websites you allow to access or not allowed to access? Okay, so here are some reference materials. So for example, this is talking about WannaCry ransomware hit a British hospital, and this is talking about the NSA exploit was used in the ransomware. And here is some more information about the EternalBlue, and actually this one is the hacker behind the WannaCry ransomware attack finally cash out. Okay, so the hacker was actually caught, the one who did ransomware. Okay, so that's the end of this lecture. As I said, this is going to be a short one. Okay, thanks, bye.